a new report from ESPN's Adam Schefter says that the Falcons have emerged as a sleeper team to acquire Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson. The Falcons joined the Panthers, Saints, and Browns as teams that have met with or are interested in trading for Watson. Now, as we told you earlier in the hour, he met with the Saints and Panthers yesterday. Watson will meet with the Browns today, and now it seems like the Falcons are in on the Deshaun Watson race. Falcons owner Arthur Blank is fond of Deshaun Watson, says Adam Schefter. From the days when the former Gainesville, Georgia high school quarterback worked multiple years as a Falcons ball boy and developed a relationship with Blank's family. Watson, Paul has talked about this in a lot of press conferences. He grew up liking the Falcons. He was a ball boy. He really felt like he had a bond with that team. How they would make this work with Matt Ryan's contract situation and all of that remains to be seen. But this is interesting because this is really only the fourth team that we're seeing as a really hot contender that's making it obvious that they want Watson.
The thing you mentioned along the way, Matt Ryan's contract is one of the most ridiculous things that I can remember.
It's pretty bad.
In the NFL, because the cap hit specifically for this season, I don't know how Atlanta puts Deshaun Watson on the books with that number. And look, I'm not a cap expert, but his cap hit this year, Matt Ryan, is $36.6 million. And if they were to cut him, it would be a dead cap hit of $55 million.
I mean,
that is an insane amount of money. So there's no way to really get rid of that contract without doing some sort of restructure. And by the way, like, how much of a restructure do you want to do for a quarterback who's 37 years old? You know, where are you pushing the money to that is left on that deal? I don't know. I don't see Matt Ryan as a quarterback who's going to be looking the same way that Tom Brady is at age 45 or Aaron Rodgers at whatever age he's at right now. So that is the big obstacle in the way. But, Vanessa, I mean, of all the teams that are supposedly left, if I have to believe that the Seahawks are out, which is something that John McClain suggested in the Houston Chronicle because maybe Watson doesn't want to play in the Pacific Northwest. It wasn't detailed. It wasn't declarative, I guess.
Right.
It didn't seem like it was entirely based in fact. It might be based in some past speculation. But if the Seahawks aren't even doing a conversation where with all these picks that they just got for Russell Wilson, if they're not even going to have a meeting with Watson, which is what Dianna Russini reported, then the Falcons have the most to offer. They have the 8th pick in this year's draft, and they have 2 second-rounders, number 43 and number 58, which they have from Tennessee. So, I mean, that's a starting off point, and what they'd be able to offer you down the road. You can offer a first-round pick in the next year or something like that. As far as what they have to offer, if they're supposedly in, and Watson, being from Georgia, would be willing to waive his no-trade clause, this is the team that I would have at the top of my list right now if I'm the Texans.
Yeah. I mean, I think that, and you look at the places that Deshaun Watson, just from a logical standpoint, would be willing to waive that no-trade clause for, this is home.